Nou goed, ons weet bofbal is groot in Amerika en Japan, maar hoe groot is dit werklik hier in Suid-Afrika? Ons antwoord volgende daai vraag van Victor Ngoepe hier vanoggend by ons om meer daaroor te gesels. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, and you?
Very well, thank you.
Victor, it is really so nice to have you here this morning. And like I just said, you know, we all know they play baseball in America and Japan, but we don't actually know how big baseball is in South Africa. But before we get to that, where did your love for baseball start?
I basically grew up on the field. So my mother actually worked for the Randburg Nets as the kitchen lady, and they kind of built a house for us on the side there. So literally rolled over and the field was right there.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You also have other family members that played baseball.
I do, yes. My older brother, yes, Gift, played 9 years in the minor leagues, finally got his chance to play in the big leagues, and the first African-born player to make it to the show.
In the States, in the major league. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a dream for every South African baseball player? Do you want to make it in the major leagues overseas, or is our level just as good actually?
I think we're a bit behind.
Yes.
But
that's very diplomatic.
Oh yes, yes, 100%. Yeah. But I think just every ball player that grows up with the game their dream is to make it to the big leagues and be under those lights and be the show. So it's definitely something to work towards. It's to have the first African-born player to make it just gives confidence and gives that sense of one of ours made it, so why can't we all make it? You know? Yeah.
It's that case people say big fish in small pond
100%.
versus the big leagues in the States. You've been there, you've played there, you've been part of the system there. What does it take to make it there? How much patience do you need? How much determination do you need to have? Because people here, if they're stars, you know they're stars.
Yes. It takes a lot of grit,
Wow.
and once you get up there, it's tough to make it. But once you get up there, it's even tougher to stay up there.
Really?
Yes, 100%, because there's just the next guy to ready to take a position, you know. Like I said, it took my brother 9 years,
Wow.
9 whole years to make it to the big leagues. So it takes a lot of patience, time, hard work, and just dedication and just belief in yourself.
Tell me, let's just be honest with one another. We don't always listen to our siblings. I've got 3 older siblings, okay? So how often did you listen to Gift when he goes, okay, Victor, I think you need to do this or work on this?
Him and I are we're very hard-headed. So
Okay.
I actually had an offer to play soccer as well at the same time, and he kind of pushed me towards playing soccer, and I was like, nah, I'm going the baseball route, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell us about baseball in South Africa overall. Is it healthy? How many people actually still play baseball in South Africa? Is it a thing that it's supported and we play at our schools or not really?
So a couple of years ago, they used to be in schools.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big things on the map that are coming up. So it's just trying to get it out to the world more, trying to get marketing up again. But it's not known. It's not a very known sport in South Africa. So we're still trying to get it out there to everybody, because you could walk around to any person on the street and say, hey, do you know if there's baseball around it? We have baseball.
Know.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. So it's just a sense of just marketing the game more and just trying to get everybody involved again.
There's girls at school, high school level, play softball, for instance. But baseball is a total different game, actually, if you look at it.
Yes.
And I think the facilities are probably the thing that's, at this stage, stopping most of the development, because you don't find baseball pitches everywhere in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like other countries, like if, for instance, if you go to any Latin countries or America itself, or Japan itself as well, where you walk around finding somebody that throws 95 miles an hour, you know, that just got released or just didn't have it in them to make it to the big leagues, but they still throw the ball hard, you know. But here, you still got to work to even try to get to like 85, you know. So
Wow.
it's not every day where you run into a baseball player, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's quite sad because there are a lot of schools that do play softball, you're quite right, and a lot of our guys also play softball. So it's quite sad that we do have some, I don't think enough attention that's being paid to softball, but there are definitely leagues and it is active and alive at schools. Yet our baseball isn't necessarily, and it almost feels like we need to get it on the same level, but both those sports can actually get more attention, in my opinion. What positions do you specialize in?
Shortstop, second baseman.
Really?
Yes,
okay, so you're fast. Like on the go, not scared, right?
Definitely
yes,
not, yeah.
okay, because I saw the one flyer, there's this beautiful picture of you, Victor, where you're like completely stretched out like that. So this is the other thing I want to ask. If someone doesn't know anything about baseball, okay, so often you see movies and you think just, okay, that person just rocks up and they're just going to see how hard they can actually hit the ball. Is there more tactics to baseball than just that?
Oh, yes, 100%. There's
Look at
tools.
that. That is beautiful. I love that photo, okay. More tactics to that?
Yes, it's just a bunch of tools that you have to work on, your mechanics, and just the way your body moves just doesn't move like a regular sports player, you know, so...
Yes.
Flexibility is a big thing. Mobility is as well. It's a big thing as well. So, yeah.
And not every person that goes up is a hard hitter. Like
yes.
you have different people going, okay, the hard hitter, then we're filling the bases, then we're trying to whatever. And sometimes even as the fielding team,
yes.
you'll go, okay, let's fill up the bases because we know we can actually get the double play or something like
100%,
that.
Yes.
Do you like the coaching aspect of it too?
The coaching aspect actually brought a different type of perspective into my game, just understanding the game from both sides, you know, because sometimes we see the game as a play, like, oh, why is my coach doing this? Why is my coach doing? But not understanding there's always a plan behind something, you know. So that just also brought different perspective to my game as well.
Is it like we see in the movies? You know, in the movies we see them like lift their hat and wipe, and then and like, is that a real thing?
Yes, it is. So there's different signs as a coaches. We give different signs. So obviously we're trying to keep it as discreet as possible,
yes.
so the other team doesn't pick it up easy. So we could be taking off our caps. We could just put our hands in our pockets. That could be a sign for something, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In South Africa, I think the big thing is we need more interest in the game. And we can start that by building more spectators and more interest.
Yes.
If I want to start taking my family to baseball games in South Africa, where do I go? How do I find out what leagues there are and where I can go and watch a live game when it happens?
Yes, 100%. There's we have a baseball site up.
Yeah.
We have a Gauteng baseball Facebook page happening right now.
Specifically for Gauteng,
yes, yes. And as well as a SA page, South African baseball page that's going on right now.
SA baseball?
Yes, 100%.
Cool.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you have to be at a certain level to go, if I decide today, okay, you know what, I want to try this sport. It seems great, like where he takes his kids and they go and watch and they go, I want to try.
Yeah.
Like, where do we go to actually play or join a league or something?
So there's a lot of baseball teams around. So there's one in Pretoria in Valhalla. There's one in Kempton Park. There's one in Benoni, Boksburg, Randburg, Edenvale.
So it's regional, is it?
100%. And we even have an Alex as well and a team in Palm Ridge as well. So the game is, there's a lot of teams around and there's a lot of leagues to it. So you may not be the best player, but there's definitely a league for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go into a very hectic professional, almost semi-professional league immediately.
Oh, no.
But then in that matter, do you think there's potential for the game to become professional in South Africa?
100%. 100%. I think I've said this for many years that we have a lot of raw talent in this country that just needs to be tapped into more to get us to that professional level.
Wow.
Do you think it's doable?
Yes, 100%. So we have international tours at all age group levels. So we have 15s, 18s, 23s, and the senior team. So we're going to international tours where it takes us 2 or 3 games for us to get to that level that we're playing in. Whereas if we played regularly and played the same type of baseballs, face the same type of athletes that are
on a
just
regular
slightly
basis,
on a regular basis, would be able to compete without a problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Victor, all the best for your career. I also hope, you know, when you just turn professional, just coaching, you actually take our players to that level. I really hope sponsorships and support comes in for this game, this beautiful game of baseball. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
100%.
Congratulations with everything that you've achieved.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for visiting us.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Dit is natuurlijk Victor.